Hello, my name is Valerie Moreno, and I'm going to explain how ATP stores chemical energy and makes it available to a cell. So, what exactly is ATP? ATP is the main energy carrying molecule in the cell. Energy from ATP breakdown is used for cellular work through cellular respiration. ATP consists of three portions: adenine, ribose, a sugar, and three phosphates in a chain. Second and third phosphates are attached by high energy bonds. Energy can be quickly transferred to other molecules. When ATP loses terminal phosphate, it becomes ADP. ADP and ATP cycle back and forth between cellular respiration and energy utilizing reactions. Energy is held in chemical bonds of ATP and released when the bonds are broken. So when the cell needs energy to do work in cellular respiration, ATP loses its third phosphate group, releasing energy stored in the bond that the cell can use. ATP makes chemical energy available to a cell through the process of cellular respiration. Cellular respiration of glucose occurs in three interconnected reaction sequences, beginning with glycolysis, which is anaerobic, then citric acid cycle, which is aerobic, and then the electron transport chain / oxidative phosphorylation, which is also aerobic. The cellular respiration includes two types of reactions, either aerobic reactions or anaerobic reactions. Products of cellular respiration are carbon dioxide, water, ATP, and heat. Anaerobic reactions are a form in which organisms can produce ATP from glucose in cellular respiration without needing oxygen present. In this process, NADH and H+ deliver electrons and H+ back to pyruvic acid to form lactic acid. Buildup of lactic acid inhibits glycolysis. Anaerobic production produces much less ATP than aerobic production does. This process takes place in the cytoplasm. Aerobic reactions are a form in which organisms can produce ATP from glucose in cellular respiration that requires oxygen. Aerobic reactions include synthesis of acetyl coenzyme A, citric acid cycle, and the electron transport chain. It begins with pyruvic acid moving from cytosol to mitochondria. Pyruvic acid is used to produce acetyl-CoA. The end products are carbon dioxide, water, and up to 36 ATP per molecule of glucose. There are three phases of glycolysis. The first phase is phosphorylation. Glucose is phosphorylated and 2 ATP are used. Phase 2 is splitting. 6 carbon molecule cleaves into 2 3-carbon molecules. Phase 3 is ATP formation and release of electrons, where 2 pyruvic acid are formed, 2 ATP are formed, and 2 NADH and H+ are formed. Then we can move on to the citric acid cycle. For each citric acid molecule, 1 ATP is produced, 8 hydrogen atoms are transferred to NAD+ and FAD, and 2 carbon dioxide are produced. The final step is the electron transport chain, where energy from electrons is transferred to the enzyme ATP synthase. ATP synthase uses energy to catalyze phosphorylation of ADP to ATP. Water is formed in this process. Oxygen is the final electron carrier. And these are the sources I used.